Hello everyone, my name is Michał Szywernek, I'm the game director here at Duality Games, and I have great pleasure to be with you here today and talk with you about the demo of our biggest project so far, the psychological horror Unholy. Today the demo launches, so feel free to check it out for yourself. Don't forget to add to the wishlist, and soon we're gonna start. So a few words of explanation before we start is that this demo, we wanted it to be like a cut through various mechanics of the game to show you what the game is really about and how you play it. So some of the fragments are removed, some of them are just moved away. So even the demo starts not from the very beginning of the game, but I would say like 20 minutes in, something happened which is very important for the story, and we pick up from this point. So let's start. Just a little bit of trivia. During this stream I will also try to talk a little bit of about things behind the curtains that you might not be aware of. So this is actually the vista that you will see in game. A little bit later on is part of the Unholy world, and the church or the monastery you see over there is also quite crucial for the story. So we pick up the new game and we start. So this white symbol over here you will see quite often is the symbol of the Spring of Eternity, the sect that is a very big part of the story. So we start in the normal world. She said that there's a way to get Gabriel back. So this board, welcome to Unholy. So this is pretty much what I told you already. So we're gonna skip that, but we're gonna focus on the second one. So your name is Dorothea Linde, and you are a mother who recently experienced the tragic loss of her child, and this is somehow connected to what happened before. In this dark moment, there comes the stranger, the mysterious woman, that she told us that there is a way to actually retrieve Gabriel and save him, and to do so we need to go to the place we grew up, to our father's apartment, fathers with whom we are not living anymore, and we had some things in the past that determined our relationship, but to save our son we are already almost for anything, so we're gonna start. 1 month later. So something happened a month ago. So this is our character. As you can see on the right hand, she has a bandage. This is the result of what happened before. So here we are. Let's ground a little bit.
Someone from the spring put up Gabriel's obituaries? How dare they?
So, Spring of Eternity put obituaries for our son. We know that he's not dead. So this is like a personal insult for us, and like we know it's kind of like a psychological game they play with us. It seems that we are an important character. I just before we go further, I just want to show you some places, little details we try to put into the world to actually bring it to life. So one of the things is that you can find those little elements that you can interact with, and in this particular case, it turned off the radio. Here we see a shrine with some paintings of some prominent figures,
And to think that not so long ago, I believed every word they said.
And it seems this is connected with the cult we were talking about before. So this is one of the obituaries, Gabriel Linde. This was our son, 8 years old. Speaking about the details, we also try to put like a little elements that we know from the places like this. If you are accustomed with the post-Soviet era, it's post-communism, it's something that you can see over here. For us it's like a going back in the childhood to see some of the elements, like the cars you see over there that are parked, and children playing on the playground. So we can press the middle mouse button to check the last photo of our character. It serves like an objective reminder tool, so you can always press it and see what you need to do. First we need to get rid of those lying obituaries. We also wanted to bring up some of the humor, which might be sometimes very subtle, but this is an example of it. So the worker over here that kind of sitting there and doing nothing, just moving hand in one place. It's something like it's a wink from our side. Okay, so let's go around and look for more obituaries.
Look at my boy.
So we have neighbors gossiping.
This week.
Mother of that Gabriel boy. The one that died in the fire.
Yeah, so the fate of our son is well known to all the people in the world.
Blew my son. I pity her. Hope she renounces her ways so they can meet again in the eternal city.
Is she still standing behind us?
Okay, so we're gonna move behind them and pick up this
The
obituary.
spring was supposed to keep us together, not tear us apart.
So apparently they have connection to the Spring of Eternity. And the last one is here. Just I wanted to show you those like little details of world building that we try to put everywhere. So all those posters were custom made to kind of represent the theatrical performances that are inspired by the cult.
How dare they even mention you after what they did?
So now we know that they did something. We could expect this, but in general, we know that the Spring of Eternity did something to her son, and we are somehow connected to it. Gentleman over here just took away because he has probably some busy stuff to do. So let's open this
When I
box.
moved to the spring, they would change my address. Guess not.
So here we have like small pieces of information, like pickable notes. It's pretty common from the genre, but we just want to bring more of the information about the world, so you can always read them using left mouse button and learn something about the characters or their relations. So here we have the elevator corridor over here, so we're gonna call it any minute, maybe even now. But before we enter the elevator, let's just take a look at here. Our gentleman we know from before, he's painting over some of the signs that were left from some kind of, I don't know, teenagers, rebels, who know. Okay, so we open the elevator, and I guess normally we would be hesitant about entering the elevator with such an scary lady, but from the beginning of the game we know that this is the stranger, so she's the one who's helping us. So even still it's a bit disturbing, we're gonna enter and let's see what she has to say.
Why did you make me come back here?
Only here will you find what you need.
Tell me, how going through my father's stuff could help me find my son?
Your father believed in the blessed teachings more than you know. Belongings, yours and Gabriel's, are the key here. Find your father's journal.
And then what?
Accept that death can take different forms.
Okay, so we need to find our father journal, who apparently knew more about the fate that we realized. So this is what we're gonna do. Just before we can see the neighbor.
Come back here. Kid's gone. Father's gone. There's nothing left for you here.
That is my business, thank you.
As you can see, the sound level in this place, and in general the whole game, is very detailed and focused on bringing the atmosphere we know from our experiences and our childhoods ourselves. So probably if you would be there and you could smell the smells, that would be probably some dinner cooking and the stale smell of cigarettes. That would be for me. So here we are at the door. So the doors are locked, but usually there is a key hidden somewhere around here, and this is another wing because there's only one place that such a key can be, so which is underneath the pot. So we open the apartment and we enter. So one of the things I really want to convey is like this nostalgic memory about the apartments some of us grew up in or had been in contact with. So this is kind of the homage to that. So you can see the wooden plating on the walls and various different elements like this carpet. But what is also interesting is that you can see over here is the paintings of the Dorothea's fathers, and they're all over the apartment. So actually, the father was a painter. So these are some of his works. So as you can see, we have kitchen here with many of old school elements, and also some small interaction points to kind of tell you a bit more about the world. So for example, here we can interact with the window and look outside of it. And except the blockhouses you see over there, we can see the this building, which is the headquarters of Spring of Eternity, which from the markings you see burned down. So this is another hint that you can get from what happened there. We can drink some vodka, but we're not gonna do it now, and let's go look around a bit more.
Dad's workshop. I should search the living room first.
So we should search the living room, so let's go over here. So we have some paintings, some pictures that we can get a little bit story from. And in general, this is his living room that probably also is very nostalgic for us. So I think my personal favorite element here is the blanket with the tiger, which is something that I remember very fondly. But there's plenty of little things that we try to put on here, so to kind of remind us those places. So for example, one of those things is this TV we have over here that we can interact with.
A month has passed since the greatest tragedy of recent years. The fire of the headquarters of the Spring of Eternity, which took the lives of 20 people occupying key positions in the organization, including the most important one, the Prophet. All the faithful place flowers and light candles in their windows, praying for the victims to pass on peacefully to the true kingdom.
So, what we've learned is that there was a fire at headquarters of Spring of Eternity that took the life of innocent civilians and the Prophet. So, it all starts to shape together, that it all has to be connected somehow, and how it's connected, you will learn in the full game. So, what else we can do is like little detail over here. It's like gramophone. We just you have to put the put on and listen to some music. But for today, we're not gonna do it. So we're gonna search the liquor cabinet. If I press the middle mouse button, I see the updated objective. And we have some elements over here. So we have a
photo.
picture of our mother.
Seems like you kept it after all, you old liar.
And we have this little box with some memorabilia, but as you can notice, there is no journal, so you have to look around for it. Maybe in the bathroom? No. Okay.
He was a weird man. But I guess he loved his grandson in his own way.
So we cannot enter the father's workshop. We have to find a key, and to do so, we have to look around. So we check most of the room except the Gabriel's one. So let's open it, and as you can see, it looks pretty untouched. We're gonna enter it, but for the demo, it's ends here. For this part, of course, because we're gonna move to another one, and so my only hope was to complete the ritual. So the normal one part is over, and we participate in the apartment. We find the ritual pieces that allow us to transform and go to the unholy world. But before we do that, we have to go through the twisted version of our reality, which is the in-between world. And in this, we're gonna look for Gabriel. So wake up on the floor of our bathroom, but there are a few things different. The mood had changed and the music is something else. So let's look around.
What happened? Where am I? What is this music?
What is this music? So we need to go here and turn it off.
Why
But there's
is the door
no doorknob.
gone?
So let's look around for it. So in the kitchen, no.
Dad?
Is this our father over there? But in this world we can enter the father's workshop, so it's worth to look around. Just let me put on the light. You can see some of his works, some of the sketches. Some of them are small spoilers for what's happening ahead. And this is his final piece, which is our main character, Dorothea. So I think there's one room left to check. So it's Gabriel's room, also changed a little bit, but there is a doorknob. Help me. Okay, something very strange is happening here. So, it seems like Gabriel is trying to contact with us, or something to pretend to be Gabriel is trying to contact with us. So, it was a definitely disturbed version of what we were supposed to see. Someone is at the door, let's open it. Okay, Gabriel!
Gabriel? Stop!
So the Gabriel is here, but he's running away from us. Here we cannot go. So we're gonna go take the stairs. You know, the elevator is here. Okay, but we haven't managed to catch it. Over here the door is locked, the way is blocked, so let's go here. Even in those like little places that you can barely see, we try to convey as much details and world building as you can. So it's always worth to look around and have, you know, peek here and there.
Peter, Peter, pumpkin eater, had a wife and wouldn't keep her.
So the Gabriel wanted to play with us.
This to me?
But as you can see, we are not really sure if that's him. So we're going down, we are on the ground floor. Maybe we can go outside.
Don't even budge. This is looking worse and worse.
So we see the elevator that we saw before, but it's all burned down. And we have some memorabilia over here with the take this hint over here. One of the pieces of trivia is that over here on the picture you can see the picture of Dorothea and her son as they were entering the Spring of Eternity. So let's pick up the slingshot. Actually, the slingshot is a very important element of the game, and why we will learn later on when we move to the Unholy World.
Monsters will you protect me from now?
Quite few, if I might be honest.
Mommy, I'm here.
Anybody here?
So we pick up the flashlight, so now we can see a bit more in the darkness. So we can go look around. Spring of Eternity, come to us for a better future. Okay, we'll try with these doors. Okay, note this. So these ones. And this is actually where the demo ends for this part of In Between. And we're gonna move to the Unholy World. What happened is that you meet the stranger and you learn that there's a mask that will help you to survive in the city, which you can see here on the screen. And you put it on and this helps you to traverse to the Unholy World, where you have a real chance to actually save Gabriel and follow his footsteps. So this is what we're gonna do now. So the mask is your strength. I hope she's right. He's trapped in the Eternal City. If so, I'll get him back. So, this pretty much summarized up what I told you. We go to the Eternal City, the Unholy World, and we need to find Gabriel. So, let's start. So, welcome to the Unholy World. As you can see, it's beautiful yet haunting. So, it's a work of our CEO here at Duality Games, Tomasz Strzałkowski, and his direction and vision led to this world and all the worlds looking like that. So, it's the result of his work and the whole 3D team to create such a beautiful environment. And before we go any further, there is some place you might miss if you play the demo, so I'm going to show it to you. So here on the left, there's small additional rooms that you can visit just for like world's trivia. So we can go here, and you see that there's like living quarters of someone. So they have like some subway plan, and they were transporting children. So, if they are transporting children, there is a big chance that they will actually know where the Gabriel is.
Every new believer had to wear that thing. But here, damn, cult's reach is unbelievable.
Okay, so it's pretty much in this for the room. The fun trivia about it is that for a very long time, this particular level started in this place. And so this was the starting point, but for the more visual appealing effect, we use this one, and I think it works much better. So the root oversee you here is the plague. It's something that haunts the city right now, destroys everything, and infects people. So it's not the paradise that probably was promised to the Spring of Eternity members. As you can see, those bodies with those blue crystals over there, this is one of the core elements and core mechanics of the game, is the emotions. The blue ones we see over here are the shock emotion, so we can pick it up.
This crystal, it resonates with strong emotions? Fear and surprise?
So, you pull up your link with right mouse button, and at one point you can have maximally 3 bullets of the same kind. So let's use it. Give me a second. I will just tune down audio a little bit. Okay, so we shot the box with the shock emotion, and this is what it's mostly used for, so to destroy electrical devices and to charge them with power. So one of the things we try to do here is something we called internally emotion punk, which is all the devices in the Unholy World are somehow powered by the crystallized and industrialized emotions. And there are 4 kinds of those. It's shock, sadness, desire, and anger that you will find during the game. So let's move forward. When you see those ledges, you can press spacebar to climb. So let's pick up some additional ammunition and see with the notes. So speaking about the people discontent about the paradise, am I the only one who's disappointed in the way things works in the whole Eternal City? So I guess not, if that looks like this. Let's look around a little bit. So over there we see some control panel that we probably need to get to move through this gate. To get there we need to get the ladder down, and we're gonna use our slingshot to do so. So we destroy it, and go up.
Damn it. Without the code, I can't open the gate. I'd better look around.
So we better look around. So here we have like a gentleman with a
I
card,
don't need it anymore.
and there's the solution for the gate. Yes, now we can unlock the gate and move forward with the tunnel. It's up, middle, middle, and bottom. As you can see, the gate is stuck, so probably we will not be able to move that way, but what we're gonna do is actually go over here, and when the service doors open, we're gonna exit through them. So, as I said at the very beginning, this demo is cut into places, so when we enter this room, we go to another one. So, as I said before, we are trying to show you various elements of the demo and various elements of the game that you can expect in the full version. That's why it's cut in a specific way. So here we are, 20 minutes later, and we are following the footstep of Mother Superior, the henchman, the right hand of the Prophet, and we're gonna try to also try some stealth and avoid some opponents. So, but first, let's see cutscene.
As you know, the plague is upon our city. Those who know me know of the sacrifices I made for the people. And just as my son, the prophet, we must obey our teachings and renounce that which holds us back. Let our pain be our immolation. Let fire be where we find solace. Let the cleansing begin.
So as I said, this was Mother Superior,
Superior, the sacred sadist.
and the gentleman that took over from her is the Heavy Guard, the opponent that you will see later on in the game much more. But for now we have the task of dealing with the searchlights over here. So there are a few ways we can do it. For example, we can use our slingshot to disable it and walk more clearly. But sometimes, if we do this too often, it can attract the attention of the guards. So you have to be very careful not to overdo it.
I want to reach beyond time and space, beyond life and death.
Okay, so we made it safe. Here we have something we call the servant door. So they can be only accessed with the servant mask. Servant mask we received a little bit early in the game. We haven't showed this moment, but in general it can show you, it allows you to enter the restricted areas and see all the interactive, like usable elements around you, so you can allows you to kind of get idea what's around you, what you can use. So let's use it. You can use either 2 or V depending on your preferences. And this is one more element that we want to show you a little bit. So this is the memento. And if we pick it up, is added to our inventory, and later on in the game we'll be able to actually exchange it for the for some additional skills. There's 7 skills that will allow us to unlock various things, like buying, having more ammunition spaces and such. This is a hint about the broken glass. So stepping on it will alarm the guys, so it's better to look and not to step on it. Let's turn the flashlight on. And yet again we have the guards over here. We can use servant mask to see what's around us. And here we have some lamp that we could disarm and get emotion from, or destroy it to lure the enemies, and the closet in which we can hide. But we're not gonna do any of those things. Let's try to sneak up here. Let's walk around carefully and try not to step on the glass. So, here, if we want to be smart, we can wait a little bit for the guard to come close and lure it while destroying this lamp, and then explode the gas container that we see over there. Where is he? Yeah. That was one of the ways we could deal with him. And not to push our luck, let's sprint a little bit more so we can get out of the range. Let's pick up some emotion. So this is an engineering room for the person who made the burning device that is burning the people. So as I said, the sect was able to industrialize the emotions, and these flasks are kind of representing the emotions in a refined state. And this is the new emotion we have, it's a sadness. This gate is locked, so we can use our slingshot with a shock emotion to destroy it. And pick up two things, key and the valve. So we're gonna use the key over here. We see one more guard over there. And this we're gonna use actually the sadness emotion. So it creates a sphere of smoke that can cover us, and guards will not see us. So let's use it to actually hide here. There is a glass that we need to be aware of. Okay, you almost saw us, but the smoke covers us very well. Let's put the valve in and turn off the device by switching all the valves to the maximum power. Well said.
This fucking machine won't kill anyone ever again.
So we have destroyed the whole place, burned out the stadium, and the gentleman that was performing the speech over there, he haven't finished in the best form. So this is the end of the demo we have prepared for you, and we strongly encourage you to play it and share your feedback with us. Share it on Discord, share it on Steam community pages. We also strongly encourage you to add the game to the wishlist. It's very helpful for us, and if you liked it, play the demo, spread the word about it, and this will help us a great deal. So thank you very much for the time you spent with me today, and enjoy the demo. Thank you very much. Bye.